What if I told you that an 8-year-old girl once dribbled circles around high school players, made national headlines, and was compared to some of the greatest athletes of all time? Sounds like the beginning of a basketball fairy tale, right? Well, that's exactly how it all started for Jaden Newman, the prodigy who seemed destined to rewrite history. But here's the catch. This is not a story of victory. It's a story of the relentless pressures of early fame, unfulfilled dreams, and an unpredictable path that left fans and critics wondering, what happened to Jaden Newman? Stay tuned, because what you're about to hear might just change the way you think about sports prodigies and the price they pay for fame. Imagine a world where a third grader is breaking records, a world where an 8-year-old girl isn't just playing basketball, she's dominating high school varsity teams. This was the reality for Jaden Newman back in 2012. While most kids were still mastering their multiplication tables, Jaden was already lighting up the court. She wasn't just the youngest, she was a sensation. By the age of 9, Jaden was already being courted by Division I schools, including the University of Miami. At 9 years old, think about that for a second. The entire basketball world had their eyes on this little dynamo, and she was loving it. Her skills were unmatched. She could sink three-pointers, break ankles with her crossovers, and wow crowds with her flashy passes. It wasn't long before the viral videos started flooding social media. Her viral highlights were shared by millions, and she quickly became a household name. In a matter of months, Jaden was everywhere, from Fox Sports to the Queen Latifah show, even sharing the screen with none other than Steph Curry in an Under Armour commercial. It wasn't just hype, her numbers were mind-boggling. By 8th grade, Jaden was averaging 45 points per game, and by 13, she put up 70 points in a game against high school seniors. 70 points. And this wasn't just an anomaly. No, Jaden was the real deal. But just as quickly as her fame rose, so did the critics. People started asking tough questions. Was Jaden's success due to a lack of competition? Was her father, Jamie Newman, who was known for managing both her and her brother Julian's careers, pushing her too hard? These questions only intensified as Jaden's fame grew. The pressure mounted. As Jaden entered high school, her career took a different turn. By now, her skills were honed to perfection, but with success came something far more dangerous: the weight of expectations. Not just from fans or critics, but from her family. Her father, Jamie, was determined to turn Jaden into a legend. Enter Prodigy. Prep, a school Jamie created specifically for his children, designed to blend academics with elite-level basketball training. The school wasn't just a high school, it was a factory for basketball excellence, and Jaden was its star pupil. With every game, Jaden continued to shatter records. She became the queen of the three-point shot, setting Max Prep's records for most career three-pointers, and most in a season. But as the years went on, something changed. What once seemed like a flawless path to greatness started to reveal cracks. Jaden had become so accustomed to being the best by far, that when she faced more challenging competition, she struggled. Her 5 feet 2 inches frame, which had been a powerful weapon in high school, was now a glaring disadvantage. At the next level, it was no longer enough to just be the best scorer. Jaden had to deal with the fact that she wasn't the only talented player on the court anymore. The competition was fierce, and the spotlight that once shone so brightly on her now felt like a weight she couldn't shake. She faced athletes who had more height, more strength, and better rounded skills. And let's not forget, Jaden had been the star for so long, her basketball IQ, while impressive, hadn't been challenged in ways that would prepare her for the college game. Then came the big change: college basketball. By the time Jaden graduated high school, her once glowing future in basketball was dimming. Her high school career had been a highlight reel, but transitioning to college basketball was far from a seamless process. Jaden chose to commit to Cal State LA, a Division II school, far from the powerhouse programs most fans had envisioned for her. The questions from the media, fans, and critics only grew louder. What happened to her dreams of making it to the WNBA? Why wasn't she at a bigger school? At Cal State LA, the reality of college basketball set in. The competition was no longer made up of high school players who couldn't keep up with her. Now, she was up against skilled, mature athletes who had been playing basketball for years. And to make matters worse, her scoring dropped. From averaging nearly 50 points per game in high school, Jaden now struggled to find her rhythm. She was no longer the go-to player. She was just another talented athlete among many. Her playing time was reduced, and with it, her opportunities to shine. This was the moment when the dream of playing in the WNBA began to slip further out of reach. But the plot didn't end there. In the midst of Jaden's basketball struggles, the Newmans took a drastic turn in a new direction. Hello Newmans, a reality show that took a deep dive into their lives, their training, and their family dynamics. It was a move that raised more eyebrows than it answered questions. Was this a smart pivot in an influencer-driven world, or a sign that basketball was no longer the priority? While some saw it as an opportunity to expand their brand, others wondered if it distracted from Jaden's real potential. But here's the truth. After all the hype, after all the pressure, Jaden was now facing the hard truth of sports stardom. Her story became a cautionary tale, a reminder that being a prodigy doesn't guarantee success in the pros. And so, at just 20 years old, Jaden's basketball future remains uncertain. She still has time to find her path, whether it's in basketball, fitness, coaching, or something else entirely. But for now, one question lingers in the air. What happened to Jaden Newman? Jaden Newman's story is one of highs and lows, of dreams fulfilled and dreams deferred. It's a powerful reminder of the pressures young athletes face and the dangers of chasing fame at too young an age. The world watched as Jaden's star rose to unimaginable heights, only to fade just as quickly. And while her basketball future remains uncertain, there's no doubt her story will continue to be a topic of discussion for years to come. What do you think? Was Jaden's downfall inevitable, or was it the result of too much pressure at too young an age? How do you feel about the way society treats young prodigies? Let us know in the comments below. And if you found this story thought-provoking, don't forget to like and subscribe for more in-depth analyses of the most controversial WNBA stories out there. Until next time, keep questioning, keep exploring, and keep supporting your favorite athletes no matter where their journey leads.